लिए चलेंगे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स यानी विदेश मंत्रालय की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लाइव।
Shri Narendra Modi ji traveled to Jaipur to welcome him there. Somebody can reduce the echo a bit, please. In Jaipur, President Macron experienced rich and vibrant cultural tapestry of Rajasthan. He also visited during his short but very busy trip to Jaipur to Amber Fort, Jantar Mantar and Hawa Mahal. Honorable Prime Minister accompanied him to the last two legs of his visit in Jaipur, that is Jantar Mantar and Hawa Mahal. Thereafter, in Jaipur itself, Prime Minister and President held restricted talks over the dinner. The topics of discussion between the two leaders included areas of priority and focus in our bilateral partnership, as also issues of interest and significance regionally and globally. Today, President Macron witnessed the Republic Day parade in New Delhi. All of us also saw the 2nd Infantry Regiment of the French Foreign Legion marching past the Kartavya Path earlier this morning, alongside France's 2 Rafale aircraft and 1 Phoenix multi-role transport tanker, which flew in the skies above. This evening, in fact later this afternoon, President Macron would attend the at-home reception hosted by Honorable Rashtrapati Ji. And in a departure from a normal convention, Honorable Rashtrapati Ji will also host a state banquet in honor of President Macron later in the evening today. French President is accompanied by a 40-member strong delegation. The delegation includes 3 ministers, ministers of foreign affairs, defense, and culture. In fact, as we speak, External Affairs Minister is meeting his French counterpart, the newly appointed Foreign Minister of France, Mr. Stéphane Séjourné. President Macron's visit comes after the historic visit of Prime Minister Modi to Paris in July last year, where Prime Minister Modi was the guest of honor on the occasion of the French National Day, which also commemorated the 25th anniversary of the India-France strategic partnership. You would recall that last year at the Bastille Day parade, Punjab Regiment and Rajputana Rifle troops had marched on the Champs-Élysées Avenue of Paris. It is not very often, as evidence would show, that the leaders of 2 countries are guests of honor in each other's successive National Day celebrations. Also, this is the 6th time that a French leader has come for India's Republic Day, maximum for any country. Also, this is President Macron's 3rd visit to India after his first state visit in his previous tenure in March 2018 and 2nd for the G20 Leaders Summit in September last year. The 2 leaders have had extensive exchanges over the last year, having met 6 times alone in 2023 and 4 times in the last 6 months alone. A clear reflection of the importance attached by both the leaders to this partnership, as also the intensity of high-level supervision and direction to the relationship. The salience of India-France partnership has only grown in today's complex geopolitical environment and in pursuit, of course, of our national priorities and interests. You would recall that in July last year, the 2 sides had adopted the Horizon 2047 roadmap and Indo-Pacific roadmap, thus laying out a clear long-term vision of partnership both in bilateral space as also what would be shared priorities globally. The partnership over the years has shown all-round progress across all the domains, including of defense, security, nuclear energy, space, increasingly in areas such as clean energy, blue economy, biodiversity, science and technology, digital domain, and in the field of commerce and economic cooperation. Our international cooperation has expanded from multilateral institutions to security in the Indo-Pacific, and has also included now working together to address global challenges. If I could just briefly list out the key outcomes and general announcements related to the visit following the discussions between the two leaders, you would get the details of this in a joint statement once that's finalized. The delegations are working on it. The first is the roadmap. These are the documents which have been agreed upon. Roadmap on the India-France defense industrial roadmap, actually. Two, an agreement on defense space partnership. Three, an MOU between New Space India Limited, NSIL, and Ariane Space with regard to satellite launches. Industrial partnership between Tata and Airbus helicopters for production of H-125 helicopters with a significant indigenous and localization component. Agreement between Department of Science and Technology, two agreements actually, and the counterpart French institutions with regard to joint research in clean energy, mainly decarbonized hydrogen, applied mathematics, digital technologies, and precision agriculture. Also, an agreement between two ministries of health on healthcare cooperation, education, training, and research. This would include the space of digital health and use of artificial intelligence in the healthcare sector. Also, an agreement on cooperation in the fields of public administration and reforms and sustainable urban developments. Besides, in terms of announcement, it's been agreed that the year 2026 will be celebrated as India-France Year of Innovation. And following up on the decision which was taken at during the Prime Minister's visit to France last year, the Indian consulate in southern city of France in Marseille and the French bureau in Hyderabad are now fully ready to be operational. Three, announcement on young professional scheme to essentially promote exchanges of professionals between 18 and 35 years of age under the overall framework of India-France Migration and Mobility Partnership Agreement. Also, activation of 5-year validity Schengen visa for Indian master's alumni, the Indian students who pursue their master's degree from the French tertiary institutions. Announcement also by both the countries to set up a solar academy in Senegal under the Star C program of the International Solar Alliance, which, as you know, India and France had launched in 2015. And another announcement with regard to French support, which has always been very strong and forthcoming for India's candidacy to the Indian International Energy Agency, as also as India support to the 3rd UN Ocean Conference to be co-hosted by France and Costa Rica in Nice in 2025. These are, as you can see from the agreements that have been arrived at and the announcements that the two sides will make. It has been a visit which has been very heavy in terms of its substantive outcome, as also the richness of discussions between the two leaders. I would stop here and take questions. Thank you.
We now open the floor for questions.
तो आप सुन रहे थे विदेश मंत्रालय के जो विदेश सचिव हैं विनीत क्वात्रा, वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे। हम जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कि 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस में मुख्य अतिथि के तौर पर इमैनुअल मैक्रोन, जो कि फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति हैं, वो आए हुए हैं और उसी पर ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की गई, जिसमें साफ तौर पर उन्होंने कई जानकारियाँ साझा की, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि जो जयपुर दौरा रहा वो अत्यंत प्रभावशाली होने के साथ साथ बहुत सफल रहा। और साथ ही साथ उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि कई ऐसे मुद्दों पर बात हुई है जिसमें फोकस किया गया है और अब कुछ देर बाद आज शाम उन्हें होम रिसेप्शन दिया जाएगा। साथ ही साथ प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रोन जो हैं उनकी जो हिस्टोरिक विजिट रही पिछले जुलाई में, उसका जिक्र भी उन्होंने किया और उन्होंने कहा कि 2026 को इंडो फ्रांस यानी भारत और फ्रांस इनोवेटिव ईयर के तौर पर मनाएंगे।
जी, तो कई सारी बातें हुई हैं और उन्होंने कहा कि जो रोड मैप है दोनों देशों के बीच में आगे डेवलपमेंट का, उसको तय किया गया है। इंडस्ट्रियल पार्टनरशिप टाटा और जो फ्रांस की कंपनी है हेलीकॉप्टर्स को के निर्माण को लेकर वो रही है। साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में तमाम बातचीत हुई है। उन्होंने कहा कि ये जो अभी इस वक्त फ़िलहाल जो भारत के फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हैं यानी कि डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर और फ्रांस के विदेश मंत्री के साथ वार्ता जारी है। डिफेंस मिनिस्टर भी और साथ ही साथ कल्चर मिनिस्टर भी फ्रांस के इस दौरे पर राष्ट्रपति मैक्रोन के साथ में आए हैं। तो एक विविध वार्ता, एक विस्तार से वो भी होने की उम्मीद है। तो उसका जो भी आउटकम होगा वो जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट में पता चलेगा। और इसके साथ ही साथ बेहद महत्वपूर्ण ये दौरा है, हिस्टोरिक है और इससे फ्रांस और भारत की जो मैत्री है वो और सुदृढ़ होगी। तो ये रही आज 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस की चर्चा और इसके साथ ही साथ किस तरह से पूरे देश में, और ये कहा जाए कि जहाँ जहाँ भारत के चिन्ह पूरी दुनिया में है वहाँ भारत के गणतंत्र का उत्सव पूरे हर्षोल्लास के साथ मनाया जा रहा है। यह मेरा आज़ाद तिरंगा लहर लहर लहराए रे। तो ये आज आज़ाद तिरंगा पूरे गर्व के साथ लहरा रहा है और हम सबको गर्वोक्ति का एक भाव दे रहा है।
बिल्कुल, वैश्विक पटल पर जिस तरह से चमकते हुए सितारे के रूप में भारत अपनी पहचान अंकित कराए, परिलक्षित करा, उसी का हमने एक मुजाहिरा आज कर्तव्य पथ पर देखा, जिसमें सुदृढ़, विकसित, समृद्ध भारत की तस्वीर देखी गई। तो इस खास पेशकश में बस इतना ही, लेकिन बाकी समाचारों के लिए आप जुड़े रहिए डीडी न्यूज़ के साथ। मुझे और निखिल को दीजिए इजाज़त। नमस्कार।